It's 2025, and if your so-called email marketing agency is still sending out those boring, copy-paste, dead design emails, then let's be real. They're not just wasting your money, they're costing you millions in lost conversions. So here's what I want you to do. Send them this video, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down how we design emails that don't just look good and actually print money. I'm talking about converting emails. Emails that have pulled in $10 million in tracked revenue for our clients across every niche you can think of. So I'm back at my computer now, and let's get started with this right away. So the first thing here is visualize amplifying emotional copy. Matching images to the copy. Use images that directly relate to the emotional trigger of your copy. For instance, if the copy talks about family safety, include images that evoke a sense of family, trust, and warmth. This creates an emotional resonance between the copy and design. So a lot of emails that I'm getting right now is like there's a headline, a simple copy, right? And the body copy, and the images is mostly just the product image, and there's nothing emotional triggering image in the emails, which is very boring. And a normal user gets around 200 emails each day, and if the emails are like just a simple product image with a simple copy, then they're not going to be learning it or reading the email. All right, so it has to be very emotionally triggering. So here are a few of the examples that we can look at. So it's this image over here says touch grass, right? And they're using like a very relevant image according to copy. There's this robot, with an iPhone, and there's this case which is grass, which is made of grass, right? So it's very relevant. And again, over here, good gut feels start here, right? So there's this three happy people over here just laying in the grass happily, right? So it resonates with the copy. And same again, clean teeth shouldn't cost the planet. So there's this product image, and there's the planet Earth behind with the, most probably this is, I think, chewing gums. And yeah, this is very resonating, right? Similar with this one, write fast, leave more. This is more emotionally triggering than any other over here. And so we need to use images like this if you really want the customers to get, hooked hooked in the first glance of the email, right? And emotionally charged elements, if your copy discusses a life-changing product, use images of transformation before and after shots of the people, right? Or even abstract representation of growth and change. So if you are, at our agency, what we normally do is our copywriter first writes copy, and then the designer, they learn the copy first, and they go to different sites, right? Mainly Pinterest, to search for the images. And at the moment, we're using AI, ChatGPT mostly, because with the recent update in the image generation, it's pretty amazing. And we have been using it pretty often now to generate images, and it has gone pretty easy to, like, you can just copy and paste the copy, like create this kind of image with a very specific prompt, and it generates a very resonating image with the copy, right? So the number 2 here is making designs stand out. Number 1 is white space. More white space between text, images, and buttons increases readability and makes your email feel lighter and less overwhelming. So just think about this, all right? So at the moment, I'm getting these emails with heavy copies, all right? Just there's this, every campaign is like reads similar with same headline, similar kind of body copy, and it's very like similar. Every campaigns are similar from the same brand, and most of the campaigns are a sales campaign. But yeah, if you look at this one, this is not an email design, but if you just look at this one, then it's like there's a lot of white spaces, right? And the only thing that has been focused is the copy in this particular design. So if we use this principle in our email designs, which we do at our agency, then the readability of the email is gonna like increase by a lot of percentage. All right. So we need to make sure that there is a plenty of space for in the email designs for the viewers to read the actual copy, which will lead them to convert, right? And contrasting colors, use colors that pop against the background and text. Use cool colors for calm and trust, or bright. Vibrant tones for energy and excitement. Check for contrast using tools like colorcontrast.cc. So there are a lot of sites that you can use to make these color palettes. And the one that we use to check the contrast between the background and the actual text, as you can look over here, right? We use colorcontrast.cc. It gives you the accurate percentage of color contrast ratio, which is pretty helpful. All right, so visual elements, arrows, shapes, or even hand-drawn doodles can direct attention, make the email more playful, and guide the reader's eye to key areas like CDAs or discounts. So we have been using a lot of uh, arrows at the moment in our email designs to direct the viewers from the copy to the CDA. All right, so there's this body copy, and we direct them with a simple doodle arrow. And it has been pretty helpful and has increased our CTR by a lot of percentage. All right, and we also use these kind of visual elements just to fill up the space in empty designs. So this is more like to make emails more joyful, right? And the number three here, I think this is the most important one, layout choices, because most of the emails that I get in my inbox is like cluttered with a lot of text only, heavy text, heavy images with no proper layout, which misdirects the viewer's eyes. All right. So it is very crucial to use a proper layout in your emails. So number one, use layouts that aren't overly complex. Stick to grids that flow naturally with the copy. Experiment with asymmetrical layouts for a modern, unexpected feel while keeping the email easy to scan. All right. Take inspiration from Mailmoto's email design course to understand effective layouts and adapt them to your brand. So I give this simple course to my email designers at our agency, which has been amazing for them to understand how the email design should be exactly. So this layout, I screenshot them from this particular page. All right. And like you can use four kind of different layout on your emails, which is like first one is single column email layout. As you can see, like it's the easiest one to optimize and it's more responsive if you're using HTML. But what we do is we use Figma and for our email designs. And the number two is simple multi-column image layout. So you can use different layouts in your email, which increases readability, right? And the most popular one is inverted pyramid email layout. So we use this one more often for our clients because it has more, the readability is like more in this kind of layout. And the fourth one is zigzag email layout. So if you want to include some kind of points or like tips on your emails, right? Or if you want to explain about different products in a single email, then this kind of layout can be more helpful. And the number four is, see, we have to take inspiration. So we, at our agency, we take inspiration from like not just huge brands, but the brands that are actually doing really good with their email designs. So inspiration, but not copying. We just take the inspiration, but not exactly copy the email designs. Steal, don't copy. It's great to take inspiration, but always mix up elements. Don't replicate designs exactly. Instead, borrow the concept. Example like bold header, CTA placement, and apply your unique brand aesthetic. Combining different sections from previous designs can keep your work fresh and unique while maintaining consistency with your brand's vibe. So for example, if I had to use any inspiration myself for one of our clients, then I would just maybe take this section from one email and maybe take this one from another email and make a really brand new email design, but matching with the brand's aesthetic and overall vibe, right? So the number five is fonts and sizes. This is the one that a lot of people ignore on the emails, most of the email designers. So the number one is headlines. Make sure headlines have a bigger font size than body text to grab attention immediately. Headlines should be bold, clear, and act as a hook for the email. So as you can see in this example, right, every headlines, like in this section, over here, right, every headlines is bigger than the body copy because you want the viewers to stick with the email to the email till the end. You want to make sure that they read the emails till the end, right? So don't just like if you create headline in top of the fold email hero section of the email, then you need to like create bigger headlines on other sections too. It's very important. And call to action, the CD button should have a contrasting background color and be large enough to stand out, but not overpower the rest of the design. So as you can see in these examples, right, the CDs are very contrasting with the background of the overall email design. So it's important you do that. So again, we do that using color contrast.cc. There's a site called colorcontrast.cc. You can use that, and it's pretty helpful to like match the contrast ratio of the background and the CTA. Number six, images and sourcing. So we use Pinterest. So a lot of People uh, they use stock images site like pixels on Splash, right? But if you just go and surf around in Pinterest, then you will get great images. All right, the quality might be low there, but if you just upscale the image, then it is like ready to go for your email designs, because the images in Pinterest, they are much more emotionally triggering than the images in pixels and Unsplash. Because see, most of the, like, if you see a lot of graphic designs or email designs, most of the people use this very fake looking people and very fake looking uh designs, images that bores the people. Right, it's not emotionally triggering. But if you go on Pinterest and search for the images that is relevant to a brand, then you're going to get a lot of images that are emotionally triggering. And that's the point of getting the images in the our email designs. It has to be emotionally triggering. The number 7 is email length and scannability. So number 1, short and sweet. Since most readers can emails, make sure they're visually digestible with a clear structure. Too much text can overwhelm so much, so keep sections concise and always leave space for the reader to breathe. Number 2, break text into smaller paragraphs and use bullet points or more like bullet designs where possible. So you don't want to like clutter the email with only like paragraphs, all over paragraphs. Right, you want to make sure that it's very short and sweet, because people first scan the email right before reading. So you need to make sure that it's very short and scannable, and use this kind of bullet points if you want to explain something like very deep or very long, because it is much more readable. And number 8 is colors and branding. Use tools like colors.co and Chroma to find color palettes that match your brand and have the necessary contrast for readability. Number 2, keep the color scheme consistent with your brand, but don't hesitate to introduce accent colors for CTA buttons and key visuals. So we use these two tools for at our agency to create the color palettes for our clients, and it has been very helpful and it's very easy to do. And you just need to spend like 20 to 30 minutes in these two sites to get a great color palette for your client. So yeah, that's it for this video. So I will be creating a lot more video in the coming days for email marketing, specifically for email marketing and overall marketing hacks. Thank you for watching till the end. Yeah, that's it.